This is your reading for October 2nd. We have another eclipse, and I have shuffled and pulled 3 cards. First card is Transcend, Bliss, and Silicone, Crystal Technology. So I feel like this, like the last eclipse that we had in April, I feel like this eclipse is also like an upgrade. It's like giving the final touches from the upgrade that we got in April, and we were given enough time to settle down with the new energy, with our energy, with the upgrades that we received in April. And now I feel like this is a finishing touch. This is a closing to a chapter, to the upgrades, to us finalizing what we do and do not need in our lives, to the cleansing that we've been going throughout this year. And like I said in the beginning of the year, this whole year has been about healing and really understanding yourself and understanding your authenticity, being more aware, being okay with yourself, with your authenticity, with and how that relates to other people in the world, and how other people may or may not accept who you are or your authenticity. And I think that also plays with the Aries Libra, which is something that with the Aries Libra energy, which is something that is ongoing throughout this whole year. It's about yourself, Aries, and you being authentically you, and you being okay with you. But also Libra is also about being a team player, being agreeable with others. So I think there's like an interplay with those two energies, and how you can still be yourself and still be secure in your beliefs without having to isolate yourself from other people, without having to have conflict with other people, without having to feel like you won't be accepted by other people because of who you are, or what you believe in. And especially when you are authentically you, and you stand firm in your beliefs because you understand and you know what you believe in, I feel like you are less threatened on what other people say or think, and you are more accepting on what their beliefs are, and you're more willing to accept them, and try and understand, or understand what their way of thinking is, so you won't feel threatened. So I think there's like an interplay between that, and so let's get to the cards. I haven't even said anything about the cards. So the first one is silicone crystal technology. So again, it's an upgrade. So I guess work with crystals, and just energy in general. Like, just learn to read your own energy, to protect your energy, to replenish yourself. So this eclipse is really maybe gonna feel a little draining for some of us. It's gonna feel, for me personally, I've been feeling a lot of anxiety. Like, I feel like, I'm expecting something. Like, I am just very anxious. So maybe that's how some of you guys are feeling: anxious, expecting something, or trouble sleeping, trouble concentrating, for whatever that reason is. So learning to cope with that energy. How do you transmute it? How can you, sometimes you can't take it away, but you can lessen it or make it so that it's not affecting you so much. So maybe doing Reiki, energy work, yoga, moving your body is also something that you can do during the eclipse time period, because it's not going to be just the eclipse, just October 2nd. It's something that's ongoing. It just like the first eclipse was in April, and it was ongoing. Like the effects were felt and seen throughout months, even till now. You'll feel the effects from what happened in April. So I feel like that's something that we're learning to use energy to our benefit. We're learning to alchemize. We're learning to transmute. We're learning to read our energy, other people's energy. We're just learning in general. And these are very big upgrades. And this feels like it's a cycle. Like I said, there's a baby in here. So I feel like this is the beginning of a new cycle. Same way, like a death and rebirth. So we ended a cycle and we're beginning a new one, where we're learning how to work with themes that may have been taboo or maybe a little too out there, like energy, and is becoming more accepted in society, I feel like, right now. And then also transcend. It says universal oneness. So universal oneness, I guess that plays into the Libra theme, where we're learning that we're all connected, not only us, but also everything around us. Our environment is all connected to us. So whatever happens to us, however we change individually, also affects our outer environment, also affects how we interact with the environment, with other people. And just being more aware of that oneness is something that we're also learning during this eclipse, and will be major themes. How do we work together but also keep our individuality, if that makes sense? And this is also going to be very healing. This eclipse is very healing. Healing doesn't always mean that it's going to be easy, that it's going to feel good immediately, but I feel like it could be tough because we're facing some issues, some things that may not be easy, maybe even in society. I feel like this is more as a group, how we face certain difficulties, how we face certain issues in society. We might be looking into those. We might be changing how we answer, how we fix them, how we resolve them. So a lot of changes, a lot of healing changes that are very much needed, and will feel better, and we will feel more connected to each other. Then I have bliss. And again, it has an eagle, an owl, and a lion. So a lot of courage, a lot of strength. This whole eclipse is really, again, this like a new cycle where we're learning to be more courageous. We're learning to be ourselves, but also part of society, part of our community, and learning to be more courageous, and learning to learning how to use our